Out of this, President Trump says a government shutdown is likely as time is now running out to pass a funding bill. He is scheduled to meet with top congressional leaders from both parties today. Democratic Senator Amy Klobuchar and Republican Senator Rand Paul joined Face the Nation to discuss a potential shutdown. Listen.
I am glad the president has finally agreed to meet with the leadership in Congress. He canceled the meeting last week, which I think was a big mistake, because this is an opportunity for the country because of one big problem, and that is that the Republicans have created a health care crisis.
I think both sides have to look at the proposals for spending and decide, what is the best way forward for the country. The Republican proposal adds about $2 trillion in debt over the next year, so it'll be short $2 trillion. So I oppose the Republican plan because it adds debt. The Democrat plan would add $3 trillion in debt.
CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand joins us from the White House. Good morning, Natalie. So what does each side want out of today's meeting? And I guess the multi-trillion-dollar question, how likely is an agreement?
Yeah, exactly. That is the multi-trillion-dollar question. And as you noted, Errol, President Trump told CBS News that unless Democrats back down from their negotiating position right now, this shutdown is likely. And in a phone interview with CBS's Bob Costa, he said, quote, "I just don't know how we are going to solve this issue." And the president also expressing to Bob that if a shutdown were to happen, if it in fact goes forward, that he believes it's Democrats that would pay the political price for not working with Republicans to cut spending. Now, health care is a big sticking point in these negotiations. The key sticking point here, Democrats have been pushing to address cuts that were made in the GOP tax cut and spending bill. And they also want extra funding in this measure to enact or extend Affordable Care Act health insurance subsidies that are set to expire at the end of the month. Now, Republicans and the president, they want a clean continuing resolution or stopgap measure, the one that has already passed the House. Here's Speaker Mike Johnson speaking to CNN on Sunday.
We didn't add a single partisan priority or policy writer at all. We're operating completely in good faith to give more time. The only thing that would gut health care, using his own phraseology there, is if we took Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer's demand here, because they want to cut $50 billion from rural hospitals.
Now, Democratic leaders in Congress have put out a statement for their part saying, quote, "We are resolute in our determination to avoid a government shutdown and address the Republican health care crisis," again, referencing those cuts. So a lot at stake during this meeting later this afternoon, scheduled for around 3 p.m. today. And important to note, Errol, that ahead of this potential shutdown, the Trump administration has already asked federal agencies to come up with a plan for mass layoffs if, again, the shutdown moves forward.
Serious time. Natalie, thank you very much for the latest updates.